barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget Empowerment Brunch, man, in Dallas, Texas, man. Empowerment Brunch in Dallas, Texas, next Saturday, man. We're 6 days away, handful of tickets left. We're moving forward. Appreciate you guys, but I just saw a headline, and it got me to begin the conversation. Is the end near for Showtime? You know, Showtime is not putting money in boxing for the most part. You know, they're using pay-per-view models to push their brand, and that be the Deontay Wilder pay-per-view and the Manny Pacquiao pay-per-view. They're not investing dollars to get the big fights. You know, Deontay Wilder said something that was very interesting. He said, "I would love to fight. I would love to fight on Fox against Dominic Breazeale to get the numbers up." And why that's so important, because May 11th is a Fox date, right? So he would have to move the fight up from May 18th to May 11th, and quite possibly he might push Jared Hurd into late April. You know, so I'm interested to see how that works out, and hopefully they can get these fight dates out so people can start planning and making their travel arrangements. And, you know, similar to me, I got 2 kids. I got to, you know, I got to make sure that Dre can fix her schedule, but so on and so forth. So that's interesting to see, man, because if Deontay Wilder doesn't want to do pay-per-view, and I told you guys in my video, I said, does that pay-per-view, I forget how I phrased it, but is it an underwhelming pay-per-view is basically what I'm saying. Obviously, Dominic Breazeale is not as a person you would put on a pay-per-view event, but because Deontay Wilder is going to be headlining it, I would purchase it. You know, I would support him through that. And I'm glad Deontay Wilder is honest, you know. And I'm anxious to see what happens now. Do they push Deontay Wilder to Fox? If I'm Fox, you better get him on Fox. You better. When I say better, you better get Deontay Wilder on Fox. If you don't get Deontay Wilder on Fox, it will be because I'm pretty sure Fox has a bigger budget than Showtime, obviously by the pay-per-view models, right? And their active business, not how they tell you how they run business. Their actions, Showtime's actions, leads you to believe that they're not really their initial offers is not overwhelming, because Deontay Wilder is intaking information from ESPN and he's meeting with the Zone this week. So things are going to get rather interesting, man, and it's going to get rather interesting. So if either things happen, the Zone or Fox, that makes the Zone becomes very interesting from that standpoint. But I'm just going to hold off that conversation and just say Showtime. You gotta show up and show out. You know, Steven Espinoza got to stand up. Showtime got to stand up, or else it's going to be basically Floyd Mayweather. It's going to be Floyd Mayweather Promotions on Showtime and Showbox. You know, and I enjoy the overall presentation of Showtime. I think they need to get a lot younger. I think that their lead-ins to the fights are kind of atypical. I don't think we live in an atypical market, you know, similar to like UFC. And see, UFC is kind of cheating because they have the Joe Rogan podcast, which airs every day, I believe, because I get the updates. So they kind of cheating the game. Fox and Showtime don't really have that organic lead-in, you know, and no matter who Joe Rogan talks to, his voice permeates the combat sports mainframe, and most notable MMA. So they have that at their disposal. He is the hottest podcast in the world, or in America. I don't know about the world, but so that has them cheat a little bit, and they made a conscious effort to deal with the millennials, you know, and I think Fox needs to grasp on this. I haven't really fully understand where Fox is going yet. I'll watch it some more. ESPN needs to figure this out as well. And Showtime, who has Steven Espinoza, is, in my humble opinion, has the mental fortitude and has the swag-ish. You know what I mean? I'm gonna use that term. He has the swaggish type where he can extend one arm on Main Street and then keep one arm on Wall Street and try and he be the bridge to both of it in terms of the production. So they got to get younger in their production style, especially the lead-ins. The fight, you can do the same. I think they need to be more colorful. I think they need to add more ethnicities. Uh, you, you heard a disgruntled Deontay Wilder as it relates to Steve Farhood and Paulie Malignaggi. And when you look at it, it looks two white men versus one black man. And I don't care how you view it. The optics from a fan's perspective is fuck that white motherfucker, right? That's what Deontay Wilder's fans will say, and that's just the reality of the world that we live in. And if you don't believe it, you're gonna fail. So at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder fans are really hardcore uh, men who are strong in terms of their mindset, and that's because they're in line with Deontay Wilder's personality. So these are the realities of it. Deontay Wilder, I'm excited at the pace and the rate that you're moving. I'm glad he is a stone cold businessman as it relates to his decision making. I respect the fact that he's loyal. I respect the fact that he is being candid with the fans and keeping us updated. Just think Triple G hasn't done an interview, not telling his fans what's going on, what's about to happen. He just did it behind the scenes, which is totally fine. Then again, you have a guy like Deontay Wilder who comes on the Underground Railroad and talks to 78 Sports and gives an update as to what's going on with his career, which I think is important. You know, I think mediums like that gets in the vein quicker. You understand? You know what I mean? So I think what he's doing is utterly sensational. Um, so yeah, man, I'm interested to see Showtime moving forward. I like the broadcast. I think they need to add more flavor to it, whether it's a Sway type Sway. I'm talking about Sway, a younger version of Sway, or it can even be Sway, someone like Sway, to hold off until they can find someone just to take that role, you know. But someone that can relate, you know, someone that's hip hop and boxing, someone that's urban and boxing. Showtime has nobody like that on their roster, and they're losing fans. You know, Laura does 500,000, little over 500,000, and Tank Davis does under 500,000. You know, if Mike Tyson opponent pulls out in the 90s, in the early 90s, in the late 80s, he still gets a million views. So you see the point I'm making. Tank Davis has that kind of appeal because we knew the knockout was coming, and it didn't happen. So it doesn't matter the opponent that Deontay Wilder faces. A million people will be watching on Showtime, and maybe 3+ million on Fox. So I genuinely can see that happening, especially if Keith Thurman did 2 million. I can genuinely see with the engine Deontay Wilder has and the loyal fan. I mean, he has an utter loyal fan base. I mean, it's just insane how loyal Deontay. It's insane. And you know how I know Deontay Wilder's. I can give you one reason why I know Deontay Wilder fan base is loyal. I think I had maybe for real. Oh, I had over 10 conversations with people who recognized me. Right, over 10 yesterday, and I say thank you guys. I genuinely appreciate you guys. Right. If we had two questions that they had to ask, or a conversation that they want to have as it relates to boxing, one of them was about Deontay Wilder. You get what I'm saying? Like, the obvious question is, who do you have, Earl Spence or Mikey Garcia, or why am I picking Earl Spence? Right? That's an obvious question because that's the biggest event coming up, and we're less than 7 days away, right? And then the next question they would ask is about Deontay Wilder. And I think that's rather interesting. That's rather compelling. And obviously, it's easier to talk to me about Deontay Wilder than because of who I am on YouTube. So I can see how that number can be skewed. So 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 I just want to put that out there. But um, he he pushes the meter, and I'm telling you, the reason why he pushes the meter is because he's strong and organic. I'm telling all these fighters, I'm gonna tell all y'all fighters, y'all need to find y'all favorite YouTube channel and touch your foundation every chance you get. And what I mean by foundation is the fans that reach out and gravitate towards you. You understand what I'm saying? If you forget about them, I'm telling you, you won't be able to sell those autographed gloves. Or if you get a deal with um, AutoZone and you're pushing your new motor oil, or what I mean, incense. I don't know what the fuck you gonna sell. I don't care. Athletes sell everything. Look at Shaq. He got two million endorsement deals. So, anyways, man, Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder goes to Fox, I don't know how Showtime can get their numbers up. You know what I mean? If Showtime, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If Deontay Wilder leaves Showtime and goes to Fox for a fight, I can see Pacquiao fighting Floyd Mayweather. They would have to put up some astronomical guarantees. If Steve, not unless Stephen Espinosa is just tired of covering boxing. I don't know that to be true. I don't know him. He wasn't at the Tank Davis fight, if I'm not mistaken. No, I stand correct. I think he was there. I don't know if he was. I don't know. So maybe it maybe I don't know. But this is just a conversation I'm having out loud. Maybe I'll see him in Dallas and I'll interview him and I'll ask him a few questions. But anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free at the subscribe button. I do videos when?
All day.
When?
All day.
When?
All day.
Thank you. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man.
Daddy does videos all day.
Thank you.
And I can stop saying that once she starts over.
And don't forget March 16th, empowerment brunch. Where's empowerment brunch at, Lincoln?
Dallas.
Dallas what?
18.
Dallas 18th. No, Dallas on the 16th. Yeah, so even Lincoln knows. He won't be there, but he knows about it. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. March 16th in Dallas, Texas, 10 a.m. We're so close to a sold out event. Someone buy a ticket. Someone buy a couple of tickets today. I want to put sold out so bad. Come on, guys. Help me out. Help me out. Let's get this done. We're so close to it being sold out. We're so freaking close. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.